Hi girlies, welcome to my channel. It's been a long time since I last uploaded a video. Today I want to talk about the right order to do your makeup. I know this won't work for everyone because we all have different skin types. I just want to show you guys how, like, what I do in my routine. Maybe it will work on you guys. All right, so let's get started. Hands need to be clean. You're gonna be touching your face, so it's a must. Either hand sanitizer or wash your hands before starting. Some chapstick, just so that, like, when it gets to putting your lipstick on, your lips are hydrated. All right, you want to start with a clean face, so I recommend you clean your face with some micellar water. I'll be using the blue one and some cotton pads. This way, like, your skin is super clean, ready to go. You don't want to apply makeup on top of like old makeup, or my skin's really bad right now, so excuse this pimple right here. I haven't been able to get rid of it. It's not even like a pimple anymore, it's just red. Do you guys see that? You guys see why it's important? My face was already clean. I washed it, everything, and it still came out looking like that. I'm gonna go in with toner, and I'll be using the Black Snail Repair Toner. I'm just gonna put a little bit right here on a little, what's it called? A little plate. And I'm gonna use a brush to like spread that all over my face. You can put the toner with your fingers, with a little a cotton pad. It will work the same way, but I just like how it feels when I do it with the brush, because I just feel like I get it everywhere. You have to, must let your products dry before you move on to the next step. Get a little fan if needed, whatever, but I have a fan, but I don't know where I left it, so I'm just letting it like naturally just soak in. Like, I'm just gonna let it dry. Alright, it's pretty much dry. Now I'm gonna go in with a serum. If you could use I don't know how to say it, niacinamide serum, or like any, whatever serum of your preference, like whatever you like to use. Using is the Good Molecules niacinamide serum. Then I'm gonna add a couple of drops into my little palette, and I'll be applying that with the brush. Again, I apply it with the brush because you can get it literally everywhere. So you guys see how like hydrated my skin looks right now? And I've been using this little like flat brush, but you could use a brush like this one, or like, if you want, you could do it with your fingers, with your hands. Anything works really. I'm just doing, like, showing you guys what I do. My skin feels sticky right now, but that's a good sign. We want sticky because that way our foundation will just stick into our skin and it will look flawless. Next, I will be spraying some rose water. It's like a rose water setting spray, but you can just do any rose water spray or like hydrating spray. You could use a setting spray, obviously not one that's like too like heavy, because that's for the last step of your makeup. I really recommend this step because it gives like extra hydration to your skin. I can't believe I lost my fan. I'm pretty sure the fan is in my sister's room somewhere because she's always stealing it. I know sometimes like te desesperas to continue with your makeup, so you just like, you don't wait until it's dry and you just keep going. I know because it happened to me. Like, if I'm in a hurry and I'm over here like, you know, whatever. But that's why you can use a little fan for it, because I feel like it's super important to have good skin prep, to have a good base, a good foundation, a good application. I'm gonna apply a under eye serum or balm or something to hydrate my under eyes, because we don't want no cracking under eyes. We don't want to dry under eyes. I'm gonna be using the Tula Skincare Glow and Get It Cooling and Brightening Eye Balm. This is so good. I freaking love this. I'm gonna be using a little brush like this, grabbing some, and then I'm gonna apply it in my under eye. I feel like this makes such a difference. I feel like you can see a difference, and it feels fresh on your eye too. So the ojeras are done. So now I will be using a moisturizer. My skin's all dry. My skin feels super tight and sticky, so that's a good sign. For moisturizer, what I use on myself lately, it's been the Cetaphil Daily Oil-Free Facial Moisturizer. I use it because it has sunscreen and it's moisturizing at the same time, so apply it everywhere. I think I got a new mole. Can that happen? This is a Luna, but I've been seeing this little black little dot back here right next to it, and I have no idea like what that is. I feel like it's too dark for it to be a Luna. I don't know, it's weird, and I've been like trying to like scratch it off, but I mean it's not coming off, so I guess it must be a Luna. Okay, now last for skin prep, primer. I feel like this step does not work for everybody because I just feel like it depends on the primer that you use. Because me personally I've used primers before, and like they just make my my foundation like peel off. I don't know how to explain it. Like it starts to come off, and I just know it's the primer because I don't really use primer in my routine unless I'm gonna do like a super heavy look. That's when I use primer, or when I have a bunch of like acne, like a bunch of pimples. So I just feel like this step is optional because your skin's already hydrated enough that you could just start applying product on it. But yeah, I just feel like it's up to everybody. But I'm gonna be using Paride Lisette's Cosmetics Mattifying Face Primer. This is one of the few primers that I've really liked so far. It's so freaking soft, like it leaves your face so freaking soft, like trust me. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow off camera. Myself, I like to do my eyeshadow before I start doing my foundation. My eyeshadow's finally done. It took me forever, and this is what it looks like. These are so good, guys. I got these on Shane, I don't know how you guys pronounce it, but it comes with this one, these three, and guys, they're so good. Okay, we will be color correcting now. So I'm gonna be using a green concealer. This is from Forever KVE. I have a bunch of like red spots, and what cancels out red? Green. And I'm just gonna be putting them over the red spots wherever I see a bunch of redness. We have to let that dry completely. I'm gonna go over the green spots with a concealer. I'll be using the same brand but in shade Light Sand. Also guys, these lashes are from mine and my sister's brand. They're called Spaz. We still have some in stock. You can hit us up on our Instagram, which I will put it down below. Now I'm gonna go in with foundation. I'm gonna be using the Maybelline New York Superstay foundation today. I feel like I need a lot of coverage. I put some on my palette, and I think I might add a little bit of white just because it's a little too dark. Honestly, my skin feels dry now, so I'm gonna spray some of the hydrating mist just so that my skin can get hydrated, moisturized. Okay, I am blending my foundation with a flat brush. I might look a little crazy, but trust the process. Make sure you get it everywhere. I will be using Farides brand. It's this shade right here, and I'm gonna be using that as like a bronzer, and I'm gonna use a little brush like this. So I'm like putting it in here, looks like this, and I'm gonna tap some off because I feel like it's gonna be too much product. Now I will be going in with liquid blush. We have to go through all the liquids and creams before getting to powders. I'm gonna be using the e.l.f. shade Coral Brush. I don't know why it gets so messy around here. So I'm gonna put like 2 little dots and 2 dots over here, and we will be blending that with the brush. Just think it's so much easier to blend it with the brush. I feel like it dries super fast, so you gotta be quick with it. And I like to like put it all the way touching my nose because I still need to put my concealer, and I know it's gonna like cover a bunch of it. For my concealer now, I'm gonna be using the same concealer that I used earlier. I'm gonna mix it with white, my white mixing pigment. The mixing pigments are lifesaver. There's been times where I buy a foundation and I try it like at the store and I like it, but once I get home and I try it on, I hate it. It's either too dark, too light, too pink. So I'm like, by having the white pigment and the yellow pigment, I can make literally my own foundation. Now blending with a little brush. Now I'm going to add a little bit on my forehead. I'm using the Airspun. I'm not really a big fan of Airspun, but it's the only setting powder I have right now. I'm doing my under eyes with a powder puff. I'm also using my powder puff for like in between my eyes. I always crease there because it's like an expression line, and I'm always like this for some reason. And then right here too, try to add as much powder as I can to those areas. To set the rest of my face, I will be using a brush. Touch your face. I like to touch my face and see if I feel any wetness or anything that's not set yet. Now that everything is sealed in place, now I can use powders. Okay, I will be using bronzer. So I'm gonna use like an angled brush, and I'm going over the cream bronzer. I'm gonna grab a little tiny brush, like an eyeshadow brush, okay, like this one, and I'm gonna grab some bronzer and I'm gonna put it on the tip of like my nose. Right here, I'm gonna do a little to try to make a small little button nose. I'm gonna be using this and this together. And on the tip of my nose, I have this palette from Lunar Beauty. It's called Moonshroom, and these are the highlighters. And then I'm gonna grab a little small blending brush like this one. I'm gonna grab a little, put some on the tip of my nose, and I'm gonna put some right here, a little bit. You guys see that? Now I'm gonna do my eyebrows. My Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. Looks like this. I'm gonna apply some of the gel like that, and then I'm gonna comb it up to have that little, like, that natural look. Let them dry. I want to fill in the spots where I have like a little bit of little bald spot. I'm gonna use the Beauty Creations eyebrow powder book. It looks like this. I'm gonna use this brush right here, super thin. I'm just gonna fill in small little spots because my side has be a little crazy sometimes. I do my own eyebrows, so there's been times where I pulled out the wrong hair. They're like missing hair in some spots. I did the orangey shade on my lower lash line, and I added the same glitter that I added on top to like half of the bottom. The gold gives it like a pop. I'm trying to add lower lashes. I don't know if you guys ever seen like what that looks like, but I've never done that on myself, and I feel like I've seen it on other people and it looks so nice. So I want to try that. I want to add like a couple to the back right here. This is what they look like. I have put them on, but like on somebody else, and honestly it's like a little hard to put these on just because they're so tiny and they can get lost easily. But let me try it and then I'll be back. I don't know if you can see it, but look, the first one is for this one right here. So it looks like this literally. It doesn't make much of a difference, but it looks cute. I feel like in person it looks cute. Look. Now I'm gonna outline my lips. I'm using this Dirty Little Secret. This is pale pink. It's kind of like the same color of my lips, but I just feel like it gives them a little plump. I'm not gonna be putting any lipstick on. I'm not feeling it right now, so I'm just gonna, since I already outlined them, I'm just gonna put lip gloss. This one is shade Raspberry 007. Oh my god, it's beautiful. I'm gonna add setting spray, but I'll do that off camera. So here is the final product up close. Everybody has their own way of doing the makeup, but I just wanted to share the order I use to do my makeup and how I do it. I'm also trying to start taking clients soon, so if you're interested in getting your makeup done by me, hit me up in my Instagram. I will put it down below as well. I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.